welcome back to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnots. It is Tuesday, the 16th of August, and this is number 129 of our show. Coming up on today's show, a new labor complaint has been filed against Nintendo, making it the second time this year. What the hell is happening at Nintendo? Lots of strange stuff. THQ Nordic had a game showcase this past week. I myself did not get a chance to catch it, but it looks like they had some decent announcements from that one there. And if you were happy that Ignacio finally stopped talking about Fortnite, well, we got some bad news for you. Dragonball Z is in Fortnite, and Ignacio just won't shut up. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined by Ignacio Rojas.
Well, technically, it's Dragon Ball Super in Fortnite.
Oh, well,
he is correct.
If you need a Dragon Ball.
See what I mean? Just won't fucking shut up. And Alan Busby is here too.
It's Goku's turn to be in Fortnite, Mom.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What are you guys up to? How's your week's been?
Let me tell you, Kyle. I have fallen into the pit trap of not TikTok, but pretty much TikTok. I have fallen into the holes of the YouTube short section.
There you go.
I have watched far too many a YouTube short channel called like Toys for Guns or something, where it's these airsoft Nerf guns that look really real and really cool, and like they assemble it and it looks beautiful. And I have been watching a lot of shorts from Mini Katana, a website that makes replica and real battle-ready katanas that look, oh my God, it's not in stock, but I found a Phoenix katana that like when I got the email notifications that when it comes back in stock, we're going to buy it.
A Phoenix katana. What do you mean?
Yes.
By that?
So like just like the design on like the scabbard and stuff and everything else kind of has this cool like kind of gold Phoenix-esque looking design to it, and it just
interesting.
Oh my God. I posted one to Twitter, which was the Stormbringer blue katana. Both of those I want. They're both out of stock. Whichever one comes back into stock first, we're buying it. And I have like literally if I go into my YouTube history, it'll be like, oh, videos, but then it'll have like a long ass scroll of YouTube shorts I watched, and I'm like, damn it, I fell for it now. I'm in there.
Gotcha. This user likes swords. Show him sword content.
Recommend him more swords.
Exactly.
Damn.
Man, I went to the dentist for the first time this week in like a decade. Haven't had insurance, haven't had to like the means to pay and stuff like that. So I have to go back on Thursday. And I have a giant cavity in the back of my tooth that I've known about for a long, long time. That is like the Grand freaking Canyon back there.
Damn
like
it,
I
Kyle.
can stick my whole tongue back in that thing, and it is. It's been a problem, but I'm getting it. I'm getting a root canal and a crown. So hopefully, in the near future, here I can finally chew on the right side of my mouth. I was gonna say, so
again. Like, are you just never chewing on that side?
Yeah, because like one day it well, so I knew I had a cavity back there because like a decade ago, the last time I went, he was like, "Hey, you have the start of a cavity. It's nothing to be concerned about right now. At the way you take care of your teeth, it should be fine." It took 8 years for it to like fully being like, oh God, there's just a hole in my tooth back there, and it started to hurt in like once I could like hail it. But for the past like 2 years, like basically since like just slightly before the pandemic, I've been chewing exclusively on the left side of my mouth, so stuff wouldn't get like stuck up in there and things like that.
Which is interesting because like I don't have any like, so I also went to the dentist last Thursday. Convenient that we both kind of go to the dentist on the same day of Thursdays now. Yeah. But I have gone 2 years now with no more cavities. But even despite having no cavities, for some reason, I always chew with my left side, even though both sides are fine. I always lean on my left side. I don't know why.
Weird.
I don't know why.
Ignacio, what side do you chew on?
Both, because my teeth do work. But you just reminded me that I have to get my.
He uses them both equally.
Right? Yeah.
You just reminded me that I do have to get my teeth checked because I have getting cavities, and I was supposed to get an X-ray like in July, if I'm not mistaken, June, July.
Gotcha.
So I'm a bit delayed with that. I had to do it.
I gotcha. Take care of your teeth, people. It's worth it.
Drink water, man. Drink water. It's been doing wonders. Drink water.
Drink water as well. Stay hydrated.
Fun fact for you guys. Did you know that warm water / lukewarm water is actually healthier for you than ice cold water?
No.
Yeah. Apparently, warmer water.
Ice cold facts.
Ice cold. Warm water is easier for the cells in your body to absorb them. Apparently, ice cold water, if you drink a lot of it, it makes you tired because your body is working a lot harder to warm up the water.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. Well, who cares about all that stuff? Let's talk about some video games. Let's dive right into it here. Let me hit the button for what we've been playing. Okay. Alan, I hear you finally beat Digimon Survive, right?
Yes.
And you were at a card tournament this weekend.
Yeah, so I actually have not really been playing any brand new games. Side note, I actually might be buying my first PC game. I might buy Monster Hunter Rise for the PC.
I was about to guess like Katana Builder Simulator 2022.
We might buy our first ever PC game. We might be dipping our toes in the PC gaming world. It's crazy.
Wow.
No. But yes, I did finish Digimon Survive over the weekend, and my opinions on it have not improved. Yes, Ignacio, I am still going for the platinum. I have guides. I'm doing stuff. We're working our way there. It's fine. We'll get there. And then, because last time I was on, I talked about I was going to be in 2 card tournaments the past weekend, and I was in both, and I honestly played really well. Granted, one tournament of 512 players, I did come in 180th, so it's pretty good. Despite dropping, so I could have done better if I didn't drop, but I wanted to do something else with my night. And in my in-store tournament, I came in 3rd of the best 16 people. I came in 3rd place.
Hell yeah.
So
good stuff, dude. That's fun.
Pretty good. So, we gave it our all. We gave it our all. I fought as an aggro deck. 3 of my 4 rounds, I fought nothing but control decks. So I fought my hardest matchup 3 times in a row.
Damn.
Yeah. I hear Kyle has a control deck.
I have a Steam Deck that I hit the buttons on.
A stream deck.
It is, in a way, it's kind of a control deck because it's in the shape of a deck and it controls,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm trying to grind through the platinum of Digimon Survive, albeit to my detriment, to get to Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Why do you do this?
I don't know, Ignacio. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping. I'm kind of hoping Rise for the Steam has achievements, so I can at least feel like I'm getting something.
I was gonna say I'm glad you're going for a PC game so that you can sell your bullshit.
Yeah, so I can still collect all my bullshit.
No, I hope. Wait, would you go after Steam achievements?
I do not have enough information to give an accurate answer.
Oh my god!
I have not PC gamed, therefore I do not know.
You're probably even worse.
Right.
Be like, so I'm like this level in PlayStation, like, oh, that's cool, but I'm also this level in Steam achievements.
It's worse than I thought.
Speaking of worse than I thought, Ignacio, talk to me about what you've been playing. I have no idea what that segue was.
What are you trying to say, Kyle? I again only played a little bit more of Digimon Survive. I've now done 2 battles. Still, the second battle was also tutorial battle, so it doesn't even count either. But I'm starting to get more of the story. I finally, I met Koromon. So you know the fight that I'm talking about, and I kind of like what they did with the encounter with Koromon. Because it is very much like, you know, the beginning of adventure. It is very much that how Karamon has been waiting for you, and I'm wondering where that goes.
I'll give it to it, guys. So the game starts kind of good, and then it just goes down.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, well, I like that it gave me adventure vibes. I
am glad you're enjoying the adventure one vibes.
Yeah. But that's all I can say about that. I started Dying Light 2. That's a new thing. You guys played it, didn't you? Or at least Alan, you played?
I did not.
Yeah, I regrettably played it.
Wow. I'm not that down on the game like you, but I mean, it is Dying Light. It's quite similar to Dying Light. I'm kind of intrigued by the story. There have been some character moments that have gotten me more than I expected. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it is all about the parkour and the zombies and dealing with the zombies and all that stuff. It isn't that much profound than that.
I'm really curious how Dying Light 2 is for you now versus when I played it when the game launched, because the story of the game is still interesting enough, but I feel the story is actually kind of a weaker part of the game because, as you said, it's all about the parkour and the gameplay. But I'm assuming the game's a lot better now. But when Dying Light 2 first came out, that first 2 months of its launch, even the gameplay mechanics and everything were actually very janky, glitchy, and were prone to a lot of issues. So I'm kind of hoping that when you play it and get further, I'm kind of hoping that there's been patches that they've actually improved the game, because there'd be so many times in the game that you'll see stuff on the map, you'll go to it, it'll disappear, you'll get a side quest, or you'll have a quest you'll do, and the objective won't load. You'll have to quit the game and restart it. It'll tell you to talk to a person. You'll try to go there because they have a quest marker. You go there and you can't even interact with them. Like, Dying Light 2 was still fun, but at launch the game was very, 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 very rough. And I think it's because of that, kind of like Assassin's Creed Unity, that initial ride on its initial launch was so rough. It kind of just, it gave a really bad first impression, and I never quite got past that.
Yeah, I haven't encountered any of that. It has been a smooth ride all the way through. So, luckily on that side, the gameplay is still as good as the original Dying Light. I do like that compared to the original one, it does feel like it is more dense in a way. There is, on one side, of course, with more technology, there's more foliage. It is more of a lively world compared to the grace of Dying Light 1. But still with this one, it is a bit more dense with the buildings that you get to go through. And I just got to what I think would be the city part. I made it past the barricade into the... What you mean? Okay. The last thing I did was when they give you a parachute or a paraglider.
Okay. Yeah. I know where you are.
So I'm expecting that the gameplay will be more open now that there are actual skyscrapers now. The gameplay is still as good as the original one, and the story is, even though I'm trying to get into the story, but it isn't always pulling me in. I do have to admit that it does do some interesting things with the relationship with characters, some turns with characters, the mystery of what has happened with with your character, the protagonist, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm curious what you'll think as you get farther, because I feel like Dying Light 2 has better parkour than the first game, but I feel like the combat is worse.
I don't know if I would say it's worse.
But I mean, like, worse as in like the upgrades and skills that you kind of get. Like, I feel like as you get further, the combat's kind of very mid, but the parkour is like really good. Like, wow, the parkour is like really good.
I can kind of see that looking back to Dying Light 1. I think that game might have more interesting weapons, whereas I feel like I'm always using either a machete or a pipe And a very simple one. The most that it does is that it burns enemies once in a while. Mm-hmm. Whereas looking back to Dying Light 1, I think that it went a little bit further with the weapons that you get.
Yeah, that's spot on pretty much.
Yeah. But we shall see. I feel like where I'm getting to now is the place that they showed you when they were showing off the game pre-release. Mm-hmm. Like this is the improvements. This is the city now compared to what you got on the original one. So I'm curious to see how different it is. Seems weird that it is halfway through the game that they finally open up to that, but yeah, it is halfway through.
No, I feel like the paraglide's not halfway. I feel.
Well, it depends on how you do it. I'm avoiding side missions and I'm doing what I usually do.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I go into YouTube to see how much I have left in the game. So it is pretty much halfway through.
Ignacio, for someone who only golden pass an open world game, I don't know why you bother to play open world games. That's not the point of an open world game. You're not supposed to golden path an open world game. Why the fuck is it open world then?
But
he just wants
then it shouldn't be open world.
No.
Yeah, I wanted the story. I want the gameplay.
Ignacio, go play Final Fantasy 13 since you want a golden path video game.
Should I?
You don't really want any open world. Go play FF13 where you run down hallways.
7 did a good job with the golden path.
Yeah. That's because FF7 side content was fluff. It was fake.
It was. See, that game had good side content where it wasn't that much. It didn't have that much side content.
It didn't have much, and it wasn't a high bar either. But yeah.
Oh.
But yes, yeah.
Our game of the year.
There you go.
That's what I got for Dying Light 2. The other game that I have to talk about is Rumbleverse. So my guess is that neither of you got to try it out.
No, I did not. I'm also not a big wrestling fan, so this is one that just didn't interest me.
Yeah, also not a wrestling fan. I seen Greg tweet about it, but I do not know what this is outside of something that Greg's playing.
So real quick, it is, think of Fortnite, but instead of shooting or a third-person shooter, it's a wrestling game, but battle royale. Yeah. So you are thrown into this city, and it is very much you are a wrestler. You got wrestling moves. You punch people, you grab them, you toss them, you spin them, you whatever, and you have to take out all the other contestants. It isn't 100 people, it is kind of like 50, more or less. But that's basically the idea of the game. And so you'll go through the world, you get all these crates, and inside you can find, for example, chairs or bats or chairs, bats, or I don't know, wood. So to act as weapons to fight people, you have 3 different stats. You have stamina, health, and power. So you can get upgrades for those. You can only have a certain amount of those that you can get, and you can also pick up books that give you special abilities. So, for example, being able to grab and toss people. You have one that is you turn into a tornado. You do the volleyball hit for them, and you send them to the sky and whatnot. And that's basically the game. It is a battle royale, but with wrestling moves.
Okay.
And the smackdown on people. It looks good. It looks fun.
It is fun, despite the problems that the game has right now. So the game just came out. I don't know if it is technically fully out or if it is a pre-release beta, whatever what they do always these days with online games. But it does have some technical issues where the gameplay isn't there. It isn't 100% there. It does feel a bit weird sometimes. And also you get the... one of the big problems that the gameplay has right now is that you'll hit someone, but it does a thing where I don't know, you think you hit someone, but the game adjusts your position and you weren't actually hitting the person. Kind of like ping problems, but it happens with every move basically.
Yeah.
So it
sucks.
has that problem where the gameplay isn't there. There are a lot of technical problems. Again, for a game that is so melee focused, you do have a lot of that problem where it kind of feels like a struggle hitting someone actually due to, I don't know if it is connection issues, the netcode, whatever, but it is kind of like that problems, kind of like ping problems on other online games. So
Right, yeah.
it does have some technical kinks that need to be worked out.
There you go. There you go. Well, at least despite all that stuff, you're still at least enjoying it.
Yeah. And
and
also
there's
the
some
other
fun
problem
things to be
is
had.
that it has very long queue times where in between games you will be waiting for like 2-3 minutes.
But do you feel like that's it? Because is it out or is it in beta right now?
See, the thing is, I think
You
it
can
is
play it.
out. You can play. It isn't like Multiverses where season 1 hasn't started yet. I believe that it is
Actually,
quote unquote out.
season 1 did just start.
Oh, well,
I mean, then
whatever.
if anything, it probably has long queues just because everyone's playing on the hype train. So I mean, good and bad, it should get better as the game's popularity dies down.
It has long queues both to get into the game and then to find the game.
Oh, ugh.
So that's a weird thing
That's
where
weird.
it feels like there are a lot of people, so that you can't you have to wait to get into the game, but also in between games to get to the next game, it takes a long time to find the game.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but despite all that, it is fun. Those problems that I have are problems that can be fixed, fixing servers and that kind of stuff. And I'm sure that they've gotten a lot of new players, and there already is a monetization system. The battle pass isn't out yet, but you can buy skins. So I'm sure that with the influx of capital, they can fix all that stuff.
There you go. Good stuff. I have not been playing anything recently. I've been very,
God
very
damn it,
busy.
Cal.
I know, right? It sucks.
See,
There's so much that I want to like. I'm starting now to feel like I'm falling behind, even though there's not like much out. But I'm just like, ugh, I'm already behind.
It's like
now.
you're falling
Dude,
behind
the
a
next-
virtual train.
Dude, the next
Yeah.
dude, like you gotta think, like for September, like Last of Us Part 1, the remake comes out, Splatoon 3 comes out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Saints Row comes out in a little bit.
Things are gonna start coming out here in the next couple weeks.
Saints Row comes out in a week.
Like I think
Right,
I think
yeah.
I'm boned. Like I have to finish Survive before Splatoon 3 comes out to start Chronicle 3, so that I'm gonna kinda have to kinda like, double back on both of them. Like, oh, today we're gonna make progress in Chronicle 3. Tomorrow we're gonna just play ranked in Splatoon all day. We're gonna play Turf War and Splatoon all day.
There you go. So that being said, since I have not been playing much, we are going to take a quick break for some housekeeping. And then when we come back, we will dive into the news. We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make. And yes, we make multiple different shows here at The Whatnots. And we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnots.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in The Whatnots, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnots, patreon.com/thewhatnots is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/thewhatnots, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnots.com/store to pick up some merch today. And we are back. A big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for supporting us. It means a ton. We appreciate it. Thank you much. Cool things that we've been up to here at The Whatnots. Let's see. This past week on the review show, we discussed a Netflix movie, The Gray Man, starring Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling, directed by Joe and Anthony Russo of Marvel's Captain America Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, all that good stuff. This is a movie that they did for Netflix. It's like a spy action thriller. If you guys are interested in like Mission Impossible or James Bond, that kind of thing, this might be one that you want to go check out. But we discussed that one at length on the review show. Be on the lookout on the Reactor Core, because we will be doing our reactions to She-Hulk, which begins this week. And I guess by the time this podcast goes live for everyone, the first bit of She-Hulk will already be out for everyone to watch. I know the premiere was last night and people were enjoying it a lot. So that's exciting stuff. And then on the Captain's Log, just lots of good shenanigans this week. Melissa and myself switched podcasts. So she listened to the ones that I normally listen to, and I listened to the ones that she normally listens to. And so we're going to come back and compare notes on that one later this week. So lots of good fun stuff happening here at the Whatnots. There you go. That is it. That is housekeeping. So let's dive into the news of the week. What the hell is happening at Nintendo? That's what I want to know. Couple reports came out this past week as well as today. The first one I saw was from Ethan Gatch at Kotaku, saying Nintendo has been accused of firing a worker for speaking up. Ethan Gatch writes, a new labor complaint has been filed with the National Labor Relations Board against Nintendo and contract hiring agency Aston Carter. The second complaint this year, it accuses the Mario publisher of interfacing with concerted activities of workers, including possible retaliation and coercion. It comes months after dozens of current and former employees complained about exploitative working conditions at Nintendo of America. And then in an update from the 11th, he goes on to write, Kotaku obtained a redacted copy of the charge, which offers a little more detail on the allegations against Nintendo. The company is accused of firing an employee for speaking up about working conditions and prohibiting employees from discussing wages, scheduling, and other terms or conditions of employment. So second time in 1 year, which is interesting. Nintendo likes to run a tight ship. They don't really talk about what happens internally all that much.
Yeah, it's rare we get any news from Nintendo that involves this. Usually it's just stuff they announce or stuff they're doing, not usually inner workings of the company.
Exactly. So how do you guys feel about this? What are your thoughts? Ignacio, you got some thoughts?
I don't have any deep thoughts other than, of course, it sucks for employees having to go through these. But other than that, yeah, Alan, you're right. We never hear about stuff going on inside Nintendo, and you have to wonder, is it because they run a tight ship that discussions usually don't spill over to the public, or is it that maybe this is a more recent thing, more specific thing, more, I don't know.
I mean, it can also just be like the quote unquote magic of Nintendo, right? Like, holy shit, I get to work at Nintendo. Like, if something happens that maybe isn't the best thing. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut so I can continue working here.
The magic of Nintendo can also be it can also be that I know we've all heard stories about Disney, you know, the most magical company, and what it takes to it is funny how the things that it takes to create such a magical experience inside Disney isn't very magical. It is very hard and very very hard on the people involved on that, and you have to wonder that is it the same inside Nintendo, where what's the cost of creating such a magical experience? Is it this?
But
you have to wonder.
But this is the thing, like, yeah, Disney makes, you know, they have like the magic of how great it is, but it was never a secret that Disney's working conditions were kind of cruddy, right? Like, it's the fact that, like, yes, we know Disney is this magical place or anything else, but there are also so many stories, rumors, and even just honestly, even truths of how awful it can be to work at Disney. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, as you said, is Nintendo that much of a tight ship where they just keep everything under wraps? But I feel like even for how big Nintendo is and how big their staff is, I feel like they couldn't keep everything hidden for this long. And like, yeah, twice this year, but like you almost don't hear about this even years prior. So it kind of makes me wonder if like maybe the situation was just kind of misunderstood. Like, I mean, because it says that they're accused of firing an employee for speaking about working conditions. Never a bad thing. Speaking about how the work condition, the work environment, everything, never a bad thing. But there are ways to positively speak about work conditions for improvement, and then there are negative ways. And usually, like when people talk about their working conditions, usually people aren't too happy when they talk about it. So it could be that maybe when they talked about it, maybe they were like, hey, you know, let's kind of discuss this. And they were just kind of, you know, maybe not being the most friendly. But again, I don't know. I wasn't there, but it is a little weird that this comes out. But I feel like if Nintendo was having really bad working conditions, I feel like we'd hear about it more often, because I feel like Nintendo couldn't keep it that secretive this long.
I think part of it too is that Nintendo also knows that they have people, they have a long line of people who want to work there and be on that stuff. So it's sometimes even easier for them to fire someone for even just getting just the slightest bit upset. It's like, well, if you don't want to work here, we can just get someone else.
Yeah, and that's also just wrong to be like, hey, you know what? We want nothing but yes people.
Right. So yeah, it's a awful situation to be in. It is kind of eye-opening that it's happening a lot this year. Which kind of brings me to the second half of this. There was a report on Kotaku that came out today, the day that we are recording this, from Cece Jang at Kotaku about the sexism and the sexual harassment that women face at the company, and just all of these stuff, past, present, and future. Not future, but past and present employees have faced there, and it's a much longer read. It is a deep dive into the culture, multiple sources. But it just seems that, now that more of this is coming out, I think maybe people are starting to not necessarily be as scared of being like, actually, I had an experience like this too. So, which is, it's interesting to me because like I forget the company, is it Rockstar? I know we've seen companies that have had past toxic work environments that they have been making they have been making massive strides to like better the environment, cut down on crunch, and making things better for the workers. So I'm wondering if like that now needs to happen to Nintendo, because again, we haven't ever really heard about this before, and the sexual harassment's obviously like not tolerable, like fuck that. But like it also makes me wonder, like, because I don't at least me, I don't feel like I've ever really heard Nintendo having crunch. So I wonder if maybe like
this is Nintendo's
Well,
bad part, and now they need to kind of go through the changes.
well, now you go into the whole aspect of. I think most, if not all, of the things that we talked about are about Nintendo of America, not Nintendo Japan.
Really?
And I believe
Yes.
most of the Nintendo games are made in Japan. And I think, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen in Japan. It is just that Japan, you have to think that they have a very different world culture and
Oh yeah.
societal culture where, yeah, it could very well be happening. They could very well be crunching like hell. But it is more of a culture thing where people will not speak up about all that stuff, and I'm sure sexual harassment could very well be happening over there. Also, Japan has a bad history of that kind of stuff. But you get into the whole culture side of Japan. Japan is so particular with the relationship that they have with society and work, and when you speak up, and how Japanese people tend more to keep things inside than
like they're far more like they kind of come off far more professional.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you do have to wonder whether like you said, Alan, we do not hear much about crunch, but is that because those games are being made in Japan, and in Japan you wouldn't hear those kinds of things?
Yeah, I am not sure. I mean, this is definitely something I haven't heard about, and I mean, I kind of feel like we heard about from so many other companies that I feel like it kind of happens everywhere, even if it's not said, because no place is technically spotless. Because there's always room for improvement, no matter where you go and where you are. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of improvement, Ignacio. Dragon Ball Z Super Super Troopers is in Fortnite.
Can I point out how great this is that in the article on the doc it says Dragon Balls in Fortnite?
I mean, aren't they right? Like, can't you like find all 7 Dragon Balls and summon Shenron?
Kind of. We can get into that.
Okay, well, let's dive in. I don't know exactly all that they've put in there. I know that Son Goku is in there. I know Vegeta is in there. Like we just mentioned, the Dragon Ball. It looks like they have the like Dragon Ball radar in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, when we get into this, I only got 2 very important questions for Ignacio as we discuss this.
Cool.
So we
well, Ignacio, you have gotten to look at this a little bit, is what you had said. Not too much, but a small amount. What's been your experience with this so far?
Yeah, so I did only try it out a little bit, a quick rundown of what's in the game. I say it is Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z because you get 4 characters got added into the game. You got Goku, you got Vegeta, and you have Beelz, the god, or Beerus, if you want to say the cat
dude, right?
Yeah, he's a god of destruction that got introduced with Dragon Ball Super and the movies that led into that. And then you get Bulma in her Dragon Ball Super design. Which,
first question, Ignacio, how robbed did we get that we got fucking Bulma's super appearance instead of some of her really iconic like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z like looks? We got just her super one. She has so many better designs.
Bulma with an afro, Bulma with a what do you call the
the fucking haircut.
Not mullet.
Dude, like we could have gotten her iconic like Namekian design, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of.
Like we got robbed.
Please tell me you can at least get a skin for Vegeta that's his Batman shirt. We at least
I don't think
that.
So. No, I don't think so. You
need to be running around in this bright ass pink shirt that says Batman on the back.
Did you see the Fortnite photo with Vegeta? Why does Vegeta look fucking weird, man?
Depends on weird how. Is it weird because it is?
I don't have the photo anymore, but there's a photo of it's Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and then there's like a middle one but why does the blue Vegeta in the middle one just look kind of awkward and only his Super Saiyan one looks good?
Yeah, the characters do kind of look kind of awkward, but it also might be that I think that they're showing off Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue evolution, not only Super Saiyan Blue. So it might be that, but also I know that I only checked out that Bulma has a different attire, a secondary attire, which is her lab coat. I haven't checked out for the other characters. So you get that, you get the Flying Nimbus, you get a Saiyan Pod as gliders. You get Goku's pole as a harvesting tool, and as for what's in the game, what's new for the game, they added kind of like a battle pass kind of like thing that is you get 7 levels, which I tell you they are power levels. You get your 10 million, 20 million, whatever, and you start unlocking new things like emotes or like a new level of the battle pass, or you get a new action or emote that you can do and all that stuff. They brought in order to fill that out, you got new types of missions that you have to do. When you complete certain missions, you get a Dragon Ball. Hence why there are Dragon Balls in the game. When you get all 7, which means you have done a certain amount of missions, you get the Shenron glider. And then in terms of gameplay, they added 2 new objects into the game, or 2 new.
Wait, you get there's the Shenron.
Gadgets.
There's a Shenron glider. So then there's obviously is the Nimbus Cloud in it too? Then
yes,
yeah. The Cloud is a glider that you get when you purchase Goku. You get it in the bundle.
Hell
and
yeah.
then Shenron, you get it by doing the missions. When you do a certain amount of missions, you get 1 Dragon Ball. And then when you get all 7, you unlock Shenron. You cannot do that right now. So far, you can only get, I think, 3 Dragon Balls. And then the rest will be unlocked in the following weeks. And then in terms of gameplay, they added 2 new objects, gadgets, weapons. I don't know how you want to call them. One is a Nimbus, so you can use that to fly across the map. But then the more interesting one is that you can get the Kamehameha. It gives you 3 shots that you can do, and it is a full on. You get up high, you get up in the sky, you start floating, and then you create your Kamehameha and then shoot it at someone. I tried it out a bit. You can buy those in the vending machines, and the Kamehameha is very powerful, but it does leave you very open because you literally go into the sky.
And everyone is like, "Hey, look at that!"
So it did happen to me that I killed one person with just 1 Kamehameha. I think it took all their lives with 1 shot, and then immediately someone was waiting behind me, and they shot me down in the sky.
Yeah.
So Ignacio, as the Dragon Ball diehard fan here of this podcast, obviously you're going to buy and own all of the Fortnite Dragon Ball Z content.
Alan, I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
I did it.
I'm saying
he's already beaten it. He said, "I am the true Super Saiyan."
I have all the skins.
If I ever see you play Fortnite, you better only be using the Dragon Ball Z stuff from now on. You better you're now not allowed to use anything else.
I was thinking about it. I kind of wish that Fortnite already lets you save your kind of like preset skins and objects that you have with you.
Yeah.
So, for example, I have my Goku with the power pole behind in my bag, and with the power pole harvesting tool, and the Nimbus glider, and you can save that, and then you can have them Vegeta be without the power pole in the bag and with the Saiyan pod as a glider, and you can save that, and then you can shuffle what characters you have. So each round you get a different character, and I wish that the game would let me limit the shuffle to only the Dragon Ball characters, because if I were to shuffle right now, it would be Goku, and then I don't know, Kratos and Thanos and whoever.
Wait, so you can't just pick being a Dragon Ball Z character?
No, I can pick it, but it doesn't happen. If I wanted to change automatically, it will cycle through all the characters that I have.
Oh.
But I can go into my locker and say, okay, now I feel like I want to be Beerus or Bulma. I don't know.
So who do you are you playing? Are you playing as Goku the most? Like who do you?
I only played like three rounds, and yeah, I'm going with Goku. I think that even though I bought them all, I think I'm gonna stick mostly with Goku. One cool thing that they added with the characters, or that comes with the characters, is that you get the special emote of powering up. And when you power up, you start off as, for example, Goku normal. You power up, you go to Super Saiyan. You power up again, you get to Super Saiyan Blue, and then if you do it again, you get to Ultra Instinct.
I feel like there should be a mechanic where if you play as like Goku or Vegeta, they should just make it where like the better you do, the closer you get to number 1. That's when your form goes to the next one. Like 100 base Goku. Say you get to like 50 Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
You get to like top, like 30, you go Super Saiyan Blue. You get to top 10, Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, that would be a cool mechanic.
The one thing that I saw that was neat that they included in this was the fusion dance as an emote.
Oh, yeah.
So you can buy the emote, and it is one of the emotes where you activate it. If 2 people activate it together, you can do it at the same time. You can do it together.
Nice.
You can do the dance. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Gonna be honest, Dragonball Z's in Fortnite, still not playing Fortnite.
Alan, party pooper extraordinaire.
The closest I ever came to playing Fortnite was when they put Naruto in it. Dragonball Z, that's not pushing me any closer.
Colin.
Oh, well.
But yeah, that settles the debate we had last week, where I told you Dragon Ball is super popular.
Well, it's because they're waiting for the next One Piece arc to come out. That's when they're going to throw Luffy in it,
No.
There you go. Moving on. Number 3 in our news segment here. THQ Nordic had a game showcase this past week. Looks like they had a number of things to announce. Not much that I'm super familiar with, but it looks like they had a good variety of stuff. From new game announcements to new trailers, like one for Destroy All Humans 2, Reprobed. Got some we got a gameplay trailer for that one, a new trailer for the Gothic remake, as well as a SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake gameplay trailer. For all of that stuff. Did either of you get a chance to watch this? Did you even know this was a thing?
I had no idea it was a thing.
I didn't know this was the THQ Nordic showcase, but I did see some of these games pop up on Twitter. But I didn't know it was because of a showcase. So
I found out like the morning that it was happening. Someone I know posted it in a Discord that I'm in, and I was just like, oh, I had no idea that this was even a thing.
I mean, the only one that has me sort of interested that I'm still probably not going to play is Alone in the Dark. That's probably the only one that's got my attention because it looks kind of good.
Brand new Alone in the Dark survival horror game is on the way. Developed by Pieces Interactive and the writer of Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and Soma. Alone in the Dark is a love letter to the original Alone in the Dark, telling a brand new story in this Southern Gothic horror.
Like this one looks kind of good. Like yeah, I'll give it that, but everything else is kind of, like it's again, it's the same thing we always say. Good thing there are plenty of options for people to play, but personally, this was not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not get to check this out, but if you are interested, they do have a wide variety of stuff here. I think it will be worth checking out. I know I want to go back and watch this one.
Yeah.
Let's see what they had. More video games. Video games are cool, you guys.
But there's not enough time to play the video games anymore, Kyle.
I know, I can't. I don't have time.
They got to stop announcing them because we need like a year off of games. We need like a year hiatus,
It's kind of what the pandemic
we're in
did.
that. This year has been kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, but the pandemic's when we needed games the most to help us through it. Now that we're back in it, now we kind of need like
we finally got to like go back into our back catalogs and knock some things out.
No. We need 2023 has got to be the year of the hiatus.
There you go. Well, that is it for all the big news. Kind of. There is some more things we will talk about coming up here. But next up, we have our new and notable section.
All right. So first up for this, last week, it was announced that the release of the Multiverse Season 1 got delayed indefinitely, but apparently it's actually out now. Season 1 started yesterday, which I believe, recording this on the 16th, that'd be August 15th, it actually came out. And it brought 2 new characters, which is Black Adam and Stripe from the Gremlins, which I saw that photo of the Gremlins and I was like, yo, that's kind of sick, actually. I remember Gremlins as a kid.
Indeed.
So there is that. Next up, Madden NFL 23. I feel like we mentioned this one before, but this one comes out for PS4, 5.
We did.
Yeah. We did? Okay.
I repeat the ones that on the day that the podcast comes out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, and again from last week, Madden NFL 23 comes out for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and the PC, and that still comes out on August 19th. So really soon. Saints Row comes out for PS5, PS4. Pretty much the same things, Xbox Series S and the X, Xbox One, PC. But this comes out on August 23rd.
It begins. Video games are back.
They never stopped. F1 Manager 2022 comes out for all of the same things, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S1, PC, and that is on the 25th of August. Kyle, for you, we have the SD Gundam Battle Alliance for the PlayStation consoles, Xbox Series X, S1, Switch, and PC. That is also on the 25th of August.
I put that one in there because I know if I didn't, you guys would like shame me or make fun of me.
Where the fuck is it at,
or
man?
Something. Ignacio would be like, "You fake Gundam fan."
Yeah, you better talk about it when it comes out.
Well, he better play it too.
It's play it too. It's super deformed Gundam. It's their little like chibi ones. Yeah, and I'm not into those ones at all.
See, it's funny because SD Gundam I think was the only series I actually like got into enough to watch a lot when I was a kid.
Wow, that does kind of ring true though with the way you are into like Digimon and these card games and stuff like that. Yeah. Makes sense.
Of course, I think as a kid, I think I played like a PlayStation 2 SD Gundam video game as well. Like, you know, it checks out.
Kyle is just a fake fan.
Whatever, Ignacio.
Yeah, it says the fake Dragon Ball Z fan.
What do you mean fake? I'm playing it.
That's just to put up appearances. Okay. Next up, Pac-Man World Repack comes out for the PlayStation consoles, Xbox Series X and S, the One, Switch, and PC. This is on August 26th. A game that I might buy next, Soul Hackers 2, finally releases for PS4, 5, S, and X for Xbox, Xbox One, and PC. And this is on August 26th. This was the game that last week I forgot was coming out in August that I was like, there's got to be something in August. It was this.
Soul Hackers 2.
This is what I forgot.
From Atlas.
Unfortunately, though, or I guess luckily or unluckily, we get a small break. Hogwarts Legacy got delayed into February of 2023. So at least we're slowly spacing games out a little bit more, but still unfortunate for
spacing games. We don't have that many games.
Whatever. It says we don't have very many games. My ass.
And also it got delayed. It had a window, if I'm not mistaken, before. Now it got delayed to February, but they gave us a date. I don't remember the date, but we have a date in February.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Private Division was announced a partnership with Weta Workshop to publish a new game set in the, I assume that's Jet Set JRR?
George R. Tolkien.
I do not know who that is.
The guy that made the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I have not watched the Lord of the Rings, okay?
Wait, how have you not watched the Lord of the Rings? Stop the podcast. I mean, what the hell?
I mean, that's fine, but you should know who that is.
I watched like the first Lord of the Rings where they have like the bedroom scene that cracks me up with Amy and stuff, but like I haven't watched the other ones.
Oh my god!
Like
Alan.
let me tell you a story. When I played the Shadow of Mordor and the Middle Earth games, they were cool mechanically, but I had no fucking clue what's going on in the story.
Yeah, but it wasn't a part of. Yeah, Alan, I'm with you. You do not have to watch the movies.
Thank you. I'm not.
See, Ignacio, at least sometimes we can like be on level ground together.
I'm at least not one of the people that's like, oh, you have to watch the extended editions, and we need to watch them.
Like trust me, you do not
3
have to watch
times
those.
a year. God. But I just
listen.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
Listen.
Don't watch them. I wish I could get my time back.
I know enough about Lord of the Rings, all right?
Hobbit. You can skip those ones.
I know enough about Lord of the Rings, all right? What about Second Breakfast, all right? See, I all my experience with Lord of the Rings is through the memes. We're good. We're Gucci right now. So we're gonna ignore that one. Last up, Disney and Marvel announced a games showcase coming Friday, September 9th. Did you like Disney? Did you like Marvel? Well, Disney and Marvel are bringing you a showcase.
Indeed. I
have no idea what to expect from this.
They did release like a short teaser trailer of stuff that you might see. I'm assuming we'll see that same teaser trailer for Wolverine. I don't think we'll get any kind of news on that one. We might get another teaser for Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, Wolverine maybe.
That's what like. We might get the same Wolverine teaser that we got last time they announced it. That's what I just mentioned.
Yo, maybe we'll see his face this time.
See a new trailer for Midnight Suns, especially since they just bumped that.
Delayed it.
Yeah.
Also, I think
there's Disney games too in there.
Yeah.
So
I think that it also includes Star Wars games.
It
under
would,
the Disney, which I find, if that's the case, why do they separate it between Disney and Marvel? If you could also separate it with Star Wars, but if we do get Star Wars, we should see Jedi Outcast.
Hopefully,
we see gameplay for that, and also all the other. There are several Star Wars games in development. Maybe we get a tease or something for one of those.
Yeah. There was a couple weeks ago, they announced a like Disney like farming simulator thing, like a Stardew Valley like thing. So there might be some more info on that I know a lot of people were excited about.
Wait, wasn't there a story last week about there being like a new Iron Man game? Maybe we'll hear about that too.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
rumored.
Maybe that'll finally get talked about more. But
this
maybe
Black Panther
the Indiana Jones game finally gets shown off.
Yeah, well, see, all the rumors, all the thoughts.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars. That is Friday, September 9th.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first day of D23.
Yep.
The big like the investor showcase that Disney puts on. I'm sure we'll also get some more Marvel movie announcements and TV show announcements. When they do all of that stuff.
But that rounds out our new notable. So as always, it has been old and noted. So Kyle, bolt us into the lightning round.
Story number 1. Super Punch-Out apparently had a secret 2-player mode, which was discovered 28 years after its release.
Wild.
Yeah.
That to me is baffling.
I don't know how people find out these things.
Yeah, or like I know things get data mined all the time. I know this is not a new release, so maybe not as much attention on that. But you would think that someone would have found this. Someone. But no,
someone did.
I'm kind of surprised that like even it being so old, like wouldn't there be like a manual or like a Nintendo Power from way back when that would have like said it and like no one caught it or like there wasn't one? Like why would you make a 2-player mode? Just why but like a 2-player mode is a secret? Come on.
In those old games, they like to put secrets in there. Give them their secrets.
Imagine you play through a Punch-Out and you had like a little brother or a sister or whatever when you were like younger. And you're like, man, this would be fun to play together. And now 20 later, you like call your sibling. You're like, hey, remember that game we played as a kid? There's actually a 2-player mode. We can play it again. We can play it together.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's good. Good fun.
HBO has revealed the fan favorite The Last of Us characters Henry and Sam will be played by Lamar Johnson and Kayvon Woodard, respectively. In addition to Henry and Sam, Graham Greene and Elaine Miles will guest star as Marlon and Florence, 2 new characters being added to the series for the first time.
Yeah. I'm psyched for this show. I cannot wait for it to come out. Thankfully, this is one that has, at least so far, managed to avoid the chopping block over at HBO Max.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Things are getting canceled left and right. So
it skipped
come out, please.
It skipped its turn in the guillotine.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the merger only happened a week ago, 2 weeks ish. So it could still happen technically, but let's just rewind that, erase it, so I never said that, and put that out into the atmosphere. Let's purge that from our minds. We are getting the show. It's going to be amazing.
I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah.
All I know is that if what
happens
Kyle
to me
said,
all the time, Alan.
all I know is that if what Kyle said, God knows what he said. God knows what he said. If it happens, then we should all blame him.
No. So yes, in the game, you met Henry and Sam in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
In the show, they're apparently going to be out in Kentucky. Is what the thing said, and then these 2 new characters, Marlon and Florence, are a couple out in Wyoming. Out there is that's all the info that we have on those right now. So yeah, that's it. The Last of Us.
According to a new FAQ on the PlayStation website, PC ports of the PlayStation games may require a PSN account at some point. So all you dirty PC players, you'll have to become one of us.
Whoa, Ignacio, watch your language, my friend.
Hey.
What are you trying to say to me? All right, just because I'm going to buy a PC game.
I just created my Steam
You're talking.
account.
You're talking to me,
dirty.
You talking to me? Listen, my PC's more for doing. My PC's more than doing taxes. All right, I can play fucking video games on it. All right,
like Minesweeper.
The fucking pinball game.
Alan already feeling himself superior to console players.
Damn.
He's like, see, this is what happens.
Oh wait, hang on. This is for like for the video people. If you see me, it's the. Yeah. I remember when I played on a console, all those platinum trophies I used to own. I remember.
But Ignacio, what do you think of this? Is this gonna make waves? Is this fine? Is this something we should care about?
I think that. I mean, I think it is a way of PlayStation has been creeping more into the PC, the PC world, the PC ecosystem, and I think that that's just a way for them to try to reel them in a little bit into their own ecosystem of PSN,
or at least collect some data. Just like
collect some data, inflate their numbers and whatnot.
Yeah,
maybe at some point they'll somehow integrate PS Plus. Who knows? Nice. But for now, I think that it is more a way for them to get more people into their ecosystem.
Cool.
Next news story: cross progression is reportedly coming to Overwatch 2. Not much more to say about that one.
I don't think any of us here play Overwatch.
Nope.
I own it. I have it.
Okay.
That's about it.
You're almost there. You're almost there, Kyle.
And the final news story for Lightning Round. Version 3.0 of Genshin Impact was finally shown off, bringing with it the new region of Sameru, or Samaru, or Sameru, or Samaru, who knows, and the first ever plant element Dendro characters. The update will go live August 24. So, of course, new continent, new story, new quest, all that cool. But they're finally bringing in Dendro characters. So if you didn't know, Genshin Impact is very into the element reaction.
Dendro. Wasn't that a Dragon Ball Z character?
Nope. Not even close.
Dende.
Not even close. So yeah, elements play a big part on Genshin Impact with element reactions. You get your fire characters, water characters, electric, air, all that stuff. And weirdly enough, the only element in the game that didn't have a character was Dendro. And the game has been out for a while, and the only Dendro things in the game have been one very specific NPC enemy, or enemies, type of enemy. So they are finally bringing in characters that you can play with that have the Dendro element.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Interesting. There you go.
There you go.
Ignacio, our new Genshin Impact expert.
Player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dendro.
Well, that is about it for the lightning round. So, Ignacio, what are you excited about this next week?
Because we cannot get enough of talking about Dragon Ball tomorrow. No, wait, Thursday. I'm going to be watching the new Dragon Ball movie.
Ooh.
So I'm very excited about that.
Is it coming out in theaters or is it just out on like a streaming thing?
No, theater.
That's cool.
Dragon Ball Superhero coming out this week.
I went to go see the first Dragon Ball Z movie that Toriyama did after his hiatus. That first one he did back.
No, that's Battle of Gods.
Yes.
Where Beerus got introduced.
Beerus.
Yes. Yeah.
Beerus.
I watched that one. I thought it was hilarious. I had a blast. But I haven't. Meme? That was the last piece of Dragon Ball content that I've watched since then.
Broly was what I really enjoyed.
Whoa,
Broly.
Hold on, hang on.
Dragon Ball
what the fuck? What the fuck did you say? Broly? It's Broly.
Alan, you do not get how I have to in my head. I have a way of saying them that I've always say the name in a certain way, but also I have to adapt it to English. So for me, it's Goku, not Goku. It's not Kamehameha, it's Kamehameha, and all that stuff, and it's Broly, not Broly or whatever. I'm making an effort to. I'm making an effort to.
Hey,
try to keep it straight in one language.
Say Vegeta for me.
Vegeta. See, when I have to say Vegeta, I have to consciously say Vegeta and not Vegeta.
Broly.
Hey, you're the one here that can speak 2 languages, and that's more than Alan and I can say.
Yeah,
that's more than Kyle and I can say put together.
Right?
Because put together, we still only have the one language.
And it's not just the 2. I also know how they say it in Japanese, so I have to go in between. Do I say it in English, in Spanish, in Japanese? I have that mental struggle every time I talk about. I talk about Dragon Ball every time I talk about Digimon.
Okay, wait. I'm curious. How do you say
the smartest one out of all of us here?
How do you say Gohan?
Gohan.
Okay, so that one's like the same.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Gohan. Broly.
Broly.
So you are excited about this new movie? That's cool. I did not know that was coming out this weekend. Then
yeah,
well, it's coming out this week here. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's the Dragon. It's like Dragon Ball Heroes or something.
Dragon Ball? No, it's not Heroes. It's Dragon Ball Superhero. Dragon Ball Heroes is a totally different thing.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, in the US, it's coming out in some weeks.
What about you, my friend? What are you excited about this week?
I actually have, I think, nothing going on this week.
Wow.
I'm just
Relaxation.
I am just going to trudge through Digimon
Serenity.
Survive to get the platinum and hopefully play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 maybe before Monday starts.
There you go.
But press X to doubt.
X. I think last week I said I am excited for the Better Call Saul finale, the like series finale. So I've been watching it on Netflix, catching up, not realizing that the most recent season they have on Netflix is the one from last year. So I caught up with season 5. Still haven't seen any of season 6. I was just like, oh yeah, this airs on AMC, not Netflix. So I have to wait for all of season 6 to come out on Netflix. But I don't know when that will be.
Isn't it like out though?
The finale I think happened like today, I think, or yesterday.
Yesterday, last night.
Okay.
So yeah, the show is now done. It is complete. But I'd have to wait for it to come out on Netflix.
It's like you and the CW shows where you are one season behind. Everything.
Yeah. Though I did also last night just finally see the finale of Legends of Tomorrow.
The series finale.
Yeah. Series finale, which sucks.
Yeah, it sucks that it ended like that.
Yeah, like you can kind of move some things aside and be like, it was an end. They were kind of ending the show.
Yeah.
But then they had the twist
they pulled an Alf. If you watch the Alf series finale, it is kind of like that.
Yeah. Man. But that show got done there. But what am I'm still hoping to dive back into Live Alive soon. One day, hopefully.
One day.
Someday. Soon.
Someday. You know what? I'm excited to one day play video games.
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
There are. There's a lot of good ones.
You disagree.
Well, that being said, Ignacio, where can they find you on the internet?
Well, they can find me on the internet on Twitter at Ignacio Rojasb. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
There you go. And Alan, where can they find you?
You can find me tweeting about, this will be a Twitter reference, Metal Gear Garurumon, as a friend replied on Twitter at Alan Busby, where I tweet Digimon and retweet random stuff.
There you go. You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at The Whatnots, we are at The Whatnots on Twitter. So please go like, share, and subscribe. That would help us out a ton. Go check out all the stuff that we do here. I'm not sure what video is over that way on the screen. Who knows, but go check it out. This has been number 129 of Crossplay. We will see you all next time. Bye.